I'm just letting you know now. The ocean. I fear the ocean.
The ocean,
Okay.
deep. I'm talking about like the deep
Like
sea
by
that we
yourself.
don't know what's going on.
We're not doing
That
that,
I'm
guys.
fearful of that. Like,
All right.
that's
Motherfuckers
different.
Just in
scared of
case y'all wanted to
everything.
know what I fear. I fear
Deep
the
water,
ocean.
yo. Nah, not
Okay.
happening.
The ocean is undefeated.
Boy.
Well, y'all can't even swim, so I don't know why y'all talking about the
My
ocean.
man, you can't be talking.
All right.
When we was in Puerto Rico, right? You thought you was Mr. Cool.
Yeah, that wave. 'Cause my back was to the water. Rule number one: don't turn your back to the water.
Farther than your hairline.
Oh my gosh, we started. we started with.
Actually, last Christmas I got him, the hairline
Oh
thing.
my
Oh,
God.
Yeah, the wig. You got me a wig. I appreciate that. I gotta find it. That's just
Oh
somewhere.
my God.
This might be in the office still.
I can't move the way I used to. Had to call the audible. I put in the work, no humble flex. And talk of the town, you see who next. They on checkers, I'm on chess. Had to hit up with the X. Xenhouse.
This is the Xenhouse Podcast, episode 55.
5'5", cuz.
5'5".
We're here.
Who was 55?
Terrell Suggs. Who else we got?
Derek Brooks,
Jason Williams.
basketball, Jason.
Basketball.
Not the one
cuz.
that shot the driver, the white chocolates. Come on, you gotta be clear. You gotta be
specific.
clear. The Kim Mutombo.
Mhm.
Not too many folks held it down with 55.
Yeah, that's a unique number. But
Sporting world too.
Yep. It's your boy Des Hines.
It's your boy A. Joe.
Ross B.
He was doing his thing, right? Being who he is. Then he turned back to light skin.
It's because he fucking hungry.
That's
That's
what they
why.
got it. Yeah.
He need his fucking Frappuccino espresso martini.
That's what you be
I
doing.
don't
That's
know
what you
what
went
he's
to?
talking about.
Diva Ross. Bitch
Yo,
ass.
anyway,
Talk to him, man.
anyway, we got our first athlete on the podcast.
Young
today.
athlete.
Youngin,
A baby.
right? Young
Still in
bull.
diapers.
Oh, he's still in diapers?
Yeah. I'm gonna let him know. Gotta humble motherfuckers.
Yo, this kid has been with us for, I don't know, for many, many years. I feel like we've kind of watched him grow up. You know what I mean? Like right in front of our eyes. He started with us a long time ago. He was actually sent and referred by Johnny Ortega. And when he came in, he was this tall, freckles on the
shy,
face, trying to
curly
be all
hair.
shy and all
High-pitched
of that.
voice.
Yeah, high-pitched voice.
How come I can't do that?
Yeah, that thing ain't dropped yet. So, you know what I mean? Like I've seen him literally grow to become a super competitive athlete. Like competition is no question, right? Mans is gonna be competitive whenever. He swore he beat me in the race before.
Mm.
He swore he could beat Dez in the race.
He
says he knows he could beat Alex.
Yeah.
So like that just goes to show you his competitive
He
nature.
can't even look at me.
No, I definitely be
Yo,
able to.
we're proud of this guy, man. Like, we can't wait for you to hear this story and
The
how
homie.
he just kind of worked his way from being a little young youth kid to making it to different club teams to now being who he is.
Professional.
Without further ado, we got Drew Baiera.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, man, thank you for coming first and foremost. But like, we wanted to get you on here just to like, give the audience like a breakdown of what you do and why you started playing soccer. Go into that actually. Like, tell people why you started playing soccer, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, first off, thanks for having me, guys. When I started playing soccer, it was just really because of my dad. He played soccer in college for Fairfield University. He was always competitive like myself. And from a young age, I kind of followed in his footsteps and my older brother's footsteps of playing the sport. I also played other sports like football and basketball, but it always was just soccer. I mean, at a young age, I started playing in like the Darien Youth League.
Yeah. You was clapping people up.
Oh, it was bad. I mean, it was to the point where people had to say like, "Stop running up the score."
Yeah.
And then from that point on, I kind of chose soccer and took it pretty serious. And then went on to go to Beachside. That's kind of when it started. A local club, now in the MLS Next like league,
Right.
if you will. But from a young age, it was always because of my dad.
So he was like the driving force behind it. But then once you realize that it's something that you love, you started becoming more passionate about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Nah, that's dope. I still remember like the first session, right? He came in and Pops was talking you up, obviously, right? He's like, he's athletic, but there's so many things that he could still accomplish, right? And I remember I put the hurdles in front of you, and we started doing like Bosu single like balance and stuff like that. And he was always so nervous to do it, but he always just like took the chance anyway. You know what I mean? We have a bunch of kids that we have.
Ain't doing that.
They're not doing it. They're not even gonna try to do it. But like he pushed for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What did you guys remember?
I just remember a short little high-pitched voice, little punk kid. Yeah, a little, the typical, I ain't gonna go off on him, but, you could tell he was quick. Usually when they're short like that and they're playing sport, they're usually quick. And I just remember some of the drills that you had him do, Ross, he was able to do them. There's grown-ups that can't do some of the drills he's done as a kid. So you could tell who's athletic. You could tell early age who's got something.
Yeah. Before you continue, for those who don't know, every new kid that walks in, you'll see all three of us or all four of us huddled up. It's usually because we like this one. You know what I'm saying? We always looking to see, all right, this is what they got. This is what they don't got.
We do like our own scouting thing.
Right.
Before people don't even know about it. Some people do, but if we got somebody come in and Ross would be like, I got this kid, soccer, he might be nice. Like,
right.
Or he'll be like, this kid need work.
Right.
Alex would be like, this kid is trash.
Yep.
I got this trash. But with Drew, I think we could tell he was an athlete, and he was also really young too. So
yeah, he was 10 years old.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. There's some people that try to get their kids
early,
and sometimes it's too early.
Yeah, 9 and 10 is ideal. Like where he started was perfect. He really starting to
let your kids be kids. That's another conversation. But that's my first thing of what I noticed about Drew when he first came in.
Yeah, Drew
and from Beachside, right? So for those who don't know, like Beachside is a club in this area. And then what level would you say that is for soccer?
It's like right under the MLS. For the team I play for now, I play for New York City Football Club. And that's in the MLS. So it's like a tier below, if you will. But from that age, I got scouted around the same time I came here, 10 years old, made my way over to New York for the club, and then just went on from there and worked with you guys.
So it clicked early that, I could really do something with this.
Yeah, I think when I went to the club, it wasn't even like the thought was being a professional, but I always had that in the back of my mind. But it really was, I just want to do good. I want to, show people what I got. And that's why I really came to you guys. I want to do stuff on the side. I was also playing a year up at the time. So, physically I had to be there. So you guys definitely helped me in that area.
Nah, you were trash, cuz.
Nah, but be honest.
Nah, he really killed it. Like, I would say you were probably one of the first kids that put in a lot of effort. But during that time, right, were you still going to school during the day?
Yeah. I
went. Give people like a breakdown of like what you did on a daily, right, at 10 years old, for instance.
I don't even know what the grade is. I think it might be 5th, but like that's elementary school. So I would finish elementary school 5th grade. At the end of the maybe 3 p.m. Then go straight to New York. Shout out to my mom. She always drove me and some of the guys. That's a long drive. That's an hour commute. And I'd go there the whole night, basically 2-hour practice, and then get home around 10 at night. Go to bed. Same thing the next day. Every single day.
Yep. And then you would come to me. There would be days you would go do school, come to me, then go to practice. You know what I'm saying? And that's at 10. You know what I mean? Like, what were we doing at 10?
I mean, at 10, at that time, we were getting off at 9. So we were just winding down, about doing the same thing. But to do that on top of school is crazy. And at that young of age,
Right.
most people at that age, they're not in tune with themselves to want to work hard to do stuff like that.
Right.
Extra.
Off of that, how big of a role did your dad play? And did you think he was being too hard on you at times?
I understood what he was trying to do because I was really the one that said, I want to do this. I was all in from the start. And that's what I believe. You have to be all in if you want to make it. And he saw that, but then he saw that and he's like, then I'm going to push you. That was his information that he gave to me at a young age. And honestly, like, I never thought he was too hard on me.
No.
Because that's what I wanted to do, and he knew that. So, pushing me at a young age to come in here and do workouts, maybe I was tired that day, but like looking back, it helped me in the end. So,
Oh yeah.
he was
There
not
was
hard on me.
definitely an understanding that. So I think a lot of people struggle because there's not an understanding.
Yeah.
There's just the parent pushing the kid is not really invested, and you get kids that aren't interested in
Well, then there's there's the part of it where some parents never played a sport.
Yeah.
They just want their kid doing something, and then they try to be hard on it or have their kids stack up in sports that they don't understand the concept of it. So it's like there's someone said the other day that, you look at all the great athletes in the world and all their parents pushed them at a very young age. And other people say that's hard parenting or you're mean to your kid. But the Serena sisters, their dad was on them every day. Highest grade point average, best in their class, was dominating. Tiger Woods, they said his dad was on him too hard. Look at him now. Kobe Bryant, they were saying that all these elite athletes, their parents structured their life for them essentially at a young age. And they're saying that's tough parenting, but look at the outcome. So that's why I was asking, do you think your dad was too hard on you? But since you had that, mindset in general, I feel like that went hand in hand.
Yeah, it definitely did. Like looking at those are good examples. The Serena sisters. The movie's excellent. I watched it. Or the Williams sisters. My bad.
Yeah,
But I mean, for them to be able to commit to something at such a young age, I don't think that's a bad thing. And I think that's what they wanted to do. So, like I said before, for them to be all in something and, they found success, like a lot of success. And it's not like your dad or your parents are trying to like make you do something and then you're not going to find any success out of it. You're going to take out more things out of it than you think.
Yep.
I mean, there's so many life lessons, so many experiences that I'll like keep forever just because of moments where my dad's pushed me and where my dad's made me come in early to work out or, taught me things on the field that I need to grow off of. So, I mean, overall, I just think you take these things and
go with
you
it.
use it. Yeah.
You saying that, I just remember like a time, even at 10, 11 years old, you might have been 11 at the time, but we used to have like these deep conversations where you would say to me, yo, like, my dad is saying if I don't do this, then I won't get this. But you accepted it, right? It wasn't like, like he's gonna take this away from me if I don't do this. Like you were there,
Yeah.
you were in the moment, right? Like, and I think what made it enjoyable too is that like we always had fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like no matter how hard the workouts were, you know what I mean? We were always a partner in crime, and we had to
tennis,
kill these
yeah.
dudes,
not me.
and soccer, tennis, and all of that. And
Don't-
like
don't-
yo,
don't.
we would have
lost everyone.
competitions. Nah, no lie, people. We would have competitions where we played soccer, tennis. Let's say Drew was training from 11 to 12. We would play soccer, tennis
Until 2.
3
It
p.m.
was bad, yeah.
And poor Melissa, your mom would be
She
downstairs.
just went back to the
like,
house.
oh my God, like he's still upstairs. But
Let's
you
go.
know, like it got to a point where like it was no longer his dad or mom being like, Drew, you gotta go and train with Ross or go to the boys, right? Go train with Xenhouse. He was like, yo, I wanna go. You know what I mean? And like he came there early, he stayed there late. And that's what, makes a difference in being just a regular athlete to a D1 athlete to a pro athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And for him to have learned that at such a young age, like I'm going back now and being like, damn, like this, he was learning it at a really young age. But like off of that, how do you think we played a role? Like, how do you think Xenhouse played a role in you being who you are today?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of when I first went in, I like sensed a place of like comfort,
Mm,
and I was able to like be who I am, work hard, and then also enjoy it. Because if you're not enjoying it, you're not going to take anything out of it.
right.
And I was able to come to Sandhouse especially, and just do my work, but also like get to know you guys.
Mhm.
You guys became like a family to me. I was like sometimes I was here more in a day than I was actually at my house.
Yeah.
So like for you guys to be there for me and actually believe in me, uh, it definitely like gave me a second home.
Mm.
That's it.
Oh, man.
When did
Friends and
you?
strangers.
Yep. When did you realize, or what you and your parents, that going to regular school wasn't going to work for your journey?
Yeah, so I went up until 8th grade, so middle school.
Mm-hmm.
That was when I was in actual school. Then I decided, and my family decided, that I would have to go online school for not even high school, so freshman year. And then we kind of made that decision, honestly, because of how hard the school Darien is and how strict they are.
Mm-hmm.
They only allow a certain amount of absences that I would have
You would've
probably,
flunked out, yeah.
like failed out in the first week. It would have been bad. But I honestly, again, I said to them, like, this is what I want to do. And also, the club gave me certain promises that they would, be giving me certain resources since I'm sacrificing school.
Mm.
So I kind of made that decision, honestly, like the day after I graduated middle school. And so far it's been great. It's super flexible. I'm able to like travel where I go and
Mhm.
still do my work. But I made that decision kind of by myself and told him like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to achieve. So
With traveling, right? What's like one of the dopest or like coolest places you've been? Because you're doing
yeah,
most traveling on your own, or are you
all
going
my
with your
own,
parents?
all my own. Uh, Probably. I mean, in this past year, I went to England, Manchester, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Fukushima, Japan.
Mm.
Those were the places I went. I'm never going back to Japan.
Why not?
Why?
Well, it's like you're living in a simulation. Like we're not gonna get into that stuff, but like, bro, it
We can
was
talk about that off camera.
it was bad. I mean, I'm never going back there.
It was just like very structured.
Yeah, I was like, where am I? It's like I thought I was dreaming. Like there's like statues everywhere.
Right.
You're walking, like everything's built different, but it's cool to see, honestly.
Mhm.
So that's at the bottom, way at the bottom. And like the food was terrible. Like
Yeah.
never going back. But Brazil was cool,
Mm.
and especially since I love soccer or football, it's just like that's like the home of it.
Yeah.
That's like the
Birthplace
yeah,
almost.
like so like that was awesome. Great experience there. We got to actually play against Brazil. So that was good. That's second place. And then England, I'd say that's first, just because I can actually like communicate with people.
Right.
And then also just like the energy and I love the vibe there. Uh, and the soccer as well. So that's my order. I'd probably say England, Brazil,
Brazil. Yeah.
Japan.
So tell the people a little bit about what you were doing in Japan, what you were doing in England, and then Brazil.
So England, I'll start off with England. That was for the club, New York City Football Club, and they gave the opportunity to me and 3 other teammates to go trial at Manchester City, the top team in England,
Mhm.
very good team, with their under 18s. Awesome experience, honestly. We got to see a couple games for the first team.
Different environment, right?
Oh, definitely. And it's
Definitely.
honestly, I would do it again because you have to step out of your comfort zone. I mean, like the guys there that you're coming into, they don't like you at all.
Right.
Like they're like, you're not taking my spot. But
Right.
like I love that.
That drives you,
I
right?
love that. So
Competition.
yeah, when you like kind of step on the field with those guys, you don't know them. They don't want to pass you the ball. So you kind of gotta, gain
Earn.
respect.
Yeah.
So I mean, we did. I think we did. We kind of showed them, like we're catching up a little bit here in the U.S. But definitely a cool experience.
Yep.
And then Brazil and Japan was for the youth national team. One was for the under 16s and one was for the under 18s. So the under 16s, we went to a tournament in Japan. I think Netherlands and Nigeria was also there. It was actually, I think we tied for first, a 3-way tie, but we did very well. And I think like I said before, like we're kind of catching up to like other countries around the world. And then I showed out in that tournament, and then I was given the opportunity to go with the under 18s to Brazil before their like World Cup, like just a little like practice camp.
This is all when you were 15, right?
This is just in the past, 6 months. But so we went to Brazil, and we got to play Brazil twice. We tied 0-0, and then I think we lost the other one 2-1. But once again, some of those guys on the other team are getting sold for 50 million, to like Madrid or something like that. So
at 18,
at 18, 17.
Wow.
So it was awesome. It was awesome to just experience that and play against those players.
Right.
So seeing those top tier players and you playing with them and you hanging with them, how does that make you feel? And how does that make you think about ways to get better?
I think it's good for me to know where the standard's at around the world. And after going to these trips, you kind of gain a sense of understanding of where you are and where you match up. But honestly, I think I would match up with anyone. Just going from these camps, these trips. And I think around the world, people don't think the U.S. is very strong at soccer, and the youth and the academy is kind of catching up. So to see where I'm at, I mean, my goal is when I'm 18, try to go to overseas somewhere and play there. But I believe that I could hang with anyone.
What?
As he should.
Try to tell you, we ain't gonna bring it up, but
Well, that was at the time.
oh, okay.
You could bring it up.
So you remember how me and you used to kill Alex and Henry?
Yeah.
Was it you and Henry?
No, it was both.
Y'all wasn't losing. Y'all were losing. It was more of a challenge with myself and Henry versus Henry and this dude.
Yeah.
Mr. Soccer over here.
He cheated.
Yeah.
No, that call.
Yeah, he's a cheater.
I wasn't even there for that call, and I heard about it.
He's a cheater, yo.
But my dog Henry,
Cheater.
Wells, shout out to Henry Wells. He's 19 now?
19 now.
19.
Yep. England.
He's playing in England. He was just the first. He probably was the first soccer player we really had that.
Especially to play soccer tennis with.
Yeah.
And
that made it. That was the competition.
Yeah,
because
and
you had
having them two
soccer,
together,
yeah,
then
two
it just
soccer
started
dudes.
going.
So he was one of the first.
We gotta bring that back in here, by the
So
way.
yeah, we're gonna bring it up. So maybe last year I said, yo, Henry Wells is better than Drew. Right now, I said he's better. Ross was basing his opinion more on potential, I feel like.
Right.
I was saying right now, I'm taking Henry. Right now, shout out to my dog Henry.
I'm taking
But
my dog.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
You know who I'm taking. My dog.
Who you taking out of them two?
Me. I don't know, man. It's tough.
That's tough.
Drew has come a long way.
He's come up because
And-
he's older. He's
yeah.
obviously older than
But just watching what
Drew.
Henry has done,
yeah,
Henry's come a long
It's
way.
amazing.
Both of y'all, it's insane. I literally can't pick one
yeah.
because
Yeah.
both your skill sets are different, but it's the same. But it's the age gap is different.
Yeah.
But just seeing both of your progression is absolutely insane.
Unbelievable.
From what we're seeing here in Fairfield County, it's not real soccer compared to what y'all doing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you guys are setting the standard for what's around here, and being able to watch Johnny, growing up with Johnny, see what he's doing, and then working with you guys so close, it's tough to, compare you two, but you guys have definitely set the standard in regards to how soccer should be played and understanding the game and being a high caliber athlete as a soccer player.
The common thing they have is they both work hard.
And they compete.
Passion, but the
Beyond hard.
So, like we have a plethora of athletes, right? We train
what dictionary you been reading?
Come on, what you want me to do?
Words.
I don't curse no more.
I'm proud of you.
I gotta use different verbiage here.
All
What y'all want me
right,
to do?
Carry on.
I'm
You
just
just been
saying,
throwing out words I never heard before.
Dude's just sitting in the car talking about
I can't even have DP. I can't even sit and have a conversation with dudes.
We never heard before.
You see what I mean?
You got the app?
Dude,
That's what it gotta be. Come on, dictionary.com.
Yo, you on the app, yo. Word a day, huh?
Yeah,
okay. About to get on it, about to download it right now.
Yeah, we train like a plethora of athletes, right? And like I would say between soccer and tennis, they probably have the most passion for like their sport. You know what I mean? Like when you look at them, especially the kids who actually play soccer or play tennis, it's like, yo, they want to always learn about what's next. I'm not saying that other sports don't do it, but like it's very different.
It's definitely different.
It's a different feel, Like you played soccer when you were older, different.
Listen,
they don't
soccer
count
wasn't for me, yo.
But like,
okay, let's not.
Yeah, you really do enjoy it. So like, when you go to these other places, right? Do you feel the difference? Obviously, but what makes you say, "Hey, like I want to play with these guys," and grow my level of soccer? Like, where are you now, right? At 16 compared to a 16-year-old in Europe?
Yeah, I mean, I think the main difference is just like the recognition it gets in like England, Spain, and those like top leagues. But the difference between like a 16-year-old like me who plays in America pro for an MLS team and a 16-year-old in Europe who may not be signed, who may just be in their academy, because it's tougher to break through there into the first team than it is here, which I think that's the main difference. But I mean, for me, I would love to go when I'm 18 to go play there because the passion, like you said, the fans, the community, just like overall, like you said, passion for the game.
Yeah, it's unmatched, man. Unmatched.
Different world.
We got questions. It's
We
about
need-
that time.
We need them answers, big dog.
We got questions. We need
Fix
answers.
your face. Come on.
He didn't want.
Get it together.
Yeah, it's nothing bad. Just give me whatever. We're gonna ask a question. Whatever comes to, tell us. And we already know the answer to this one.
We know the answer.
But we
to
got
this
some
one.
questions based off of this one. Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi,
Hands down.
100%.
Yeah, should we call
I
George?
hate this conversation. You can
It's
call him.
easy.
I hate this conversation.
All right, so why are you picking Messi?
I am picking Messi because he is an overall better player than Ronaldo.
Okay.
He makes the players around him better, and he's just an overall playmaker of the game. Ronaldo, he's one of the best finishers and goal scorers of all time. Messi, he's one of the best playmakers. So that includes assists and goals. Not to mention, if we're talking about, here, I'm going to make this make sense for you guys. MVP in the NFL. It's called the Ballon d'Or in soccer. So Messi has 8 of those. Ronaldo has 5. Just from that, who's the better player? You know? Ronaldo does have the most goals of all time. But you have to look at Messi giving up penalties for his teammates because he's less selfish. And then he's also played longer than Messi. So
Played for a long time.
yeah.
How really?
He's
Been much longer?
Not much longer. It might be a year or two.
2. Oh, okay.
That's a big difference.
Yeah,
at
that's
that
that
high
is big
level.
goals.
Yeah.
So piggyback off that question, you had the opportunity to play
Yeah.
in the same vicinity as Messi. How was that as him being your top player ever?
Fanboy.
How is that being playing with Messi?
Honestly, I wasn't trying to fan out. Like, this is like serious. I wasn't trying to fan out. I walked out to warm up at the stadium, Inter Miami Stadium, and like 25,000 fans
So it was NYC versus
Inter
Inter
Miami.
Miami.
I walk out, and I told you this. Like, usually I look to my left and I see like either kids my age or people I don't know or I may
Right.
know, and I look over and I see Messi. Like,
So you did
Like,
the double. You did the
I-
double.
it felt like I wasn't there, honestly, but
It's an outer body experience.
it was surreal. I
Yo,
was like
you-
trying not to fan out, like really hard.
It's tough, yo. That's the greatest player of all time, right there. That you're on the same field as.
Yeah,
Like warming next to like Randy Moss. You saw
Yeah.
Randy Moss? Like, come on, you're fanning out. You're not
I'm not
going up.
fanning
You're
out.
not going up to him.
You're
Yeah,
just
no.
just
gonna, like,
embracing that
yes.
moment.
well,
It's-
You're
I
gonna
think
look
we,
at him
I
for a
think we have
little
two
too
different definitions of fanning out. You know how people go all, oh my god.
No,
what?
no, I
What
didn't.
they
Do
do?
Oh my god. There was a dude. He's a streamer. He saw Ronaldo.
Oh,
They just posted it, and he.
Speedy. or
Speed.
Speed.
I
I don't
Speed.
even know the dude,
I
Yeah.
said
but
speed.
he
Yeah.
was going off when he saw Ronaldo. That's fanning out to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
But he's also extra
He was
for
doing
his.
extra. Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
the
like his
app
content.
thing called?
Yeah.
Whatever.
For that. So when you say fanboy, that's what I think of. By you being like consciously like, oh shit, that's that boy
Yeah.
over there. That's not fanning out.
Yeah, I did more of that. Like,
Okay.
I looked at him for a little too long. But
That's a very rare thing that you did, though.
For your
Like,
age too, yeah.
Oh,
be
yeah.
16 to be on the same field as the greatest player of all time.
yeah,
You can tell your grandkids that.
Yeah.
You could probably be done with soccer tomorrow, but not many. No one can say that. Not many people can say that
yeah, not a lot.
at 16.
Yeah, I'm super grateful for that opportunity. Honestly,
That's huge.
yeah.
So far, most memorable moment of your career. What would you say that is?
I don't. It might be that.
That's
Yeah.
it.
I-
I was
Just say
gonna
it. Just
say that.
walking
It
out
might-
and seeing them.
Yeah, it might be that. Honestly, yeah,
That's
I picked
just-
that.
That's mind blowing. Just to even think that.
Like Lionel Messi, number 10, who you've grew up watching, like score goals in these awesome moments. Just won the World Cup. I don't
Yeah.
think it gets better than that.
He's
Yeah.
the biggest athlete in the world,
Oh, I think
hands down. They'll know
It's him or
anybody know
Ronaldo,
him
but-
more than LeBron,
Oh, that's true.
Jordan.
Oh yeah,
Like, but
That's
the fact
true.
that
He's global.
you said you saw him in person, like without a security guard.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Next question. What is the most common myth with you being a pro soccer player
At 16.
at 16? What's the most common myth?
like what do you mean?
So
Like,
Like,
for instance, let's do an example. Ross is a trainer.
Yeah.
The most common myth as a trainer can be we got a fun job, or we don't, all we get to do is stretch clients and we just tell them what to do and then we
Right.
send them on our way. That's like a myth. Like that's
Or
not
you're
true.
a trainer and you
I-
work
I-
out.
You worked out
Yeah,
all
yeah.
day.
Yeah.
No,
We got people in this room that have said that before.
I would say exactly that. I would say people really don't know how much dedication
Mm.
and sacrifices you make every day. So some people may think, oh my gosh, this job, it's the best. And I think it's the best because I'm willing to sacrifice those things. But for other people, I don't know if they're willing to sacrifice school, friends,
Parties,
parties,
Mhm.
seeing,
girls.
family all the time, traveling all the time. I don't think people would sacrifice that. So I would probably say, yeah, how much people would actually enjoy the job.
Yeah.
They think you're having a good old time just playing soccer.
Yeah,
all the
but
time.
you have to also remember that now for me, it's a job. It's not just like
it's not fun.
it's not
It-
like
I mean, it's fun.
it's fun, but like now it's a job. It's a business. You're
There's
you're involved in a
responsibilities.
yeah. So
Accountability.
now it's amped up even more.
Mhm. Next question. What's your biggest fear? And that can be for anything.
Heights. I say heights. I don't like. I always say this to my dad. I don't really fear playing the game like at all. Like even when I went out to warm up next to Messi, I didn't have any nerves because once I step on the field, like everything for me
Well,
gets blocked out. Everything,
your
and I'm in
therapy.
control. I'm the one that's focused. I'm the one that's locked in. So that kind of all like goes away. But like fear, probably heights. I don't do well with like jumping into water from like a high distance or like
me
some
neither,
big
'cause
roller coasters. I don't like that.
1 and 2 not jumping into water, period.
No,
Yeah.
It could be stepping in. We not jumping in.
it's not happening.
I'm just letting you know now. The ocean, I fear the ocean.
The ocean,
Okay.
deep. I'm talking about like the deep
Like
sea
by
that we
yourself.
don't know what's going on.
We're not doing
That
that.
I'm fearful of that. Like,
All right.
That's
Motherfuckers
different.
Just in
scared of
case y'all wanted to
everything.
know what I fear. I fear
Deep
the
water,
ocean.
yo. Nah, not
Okay.
happening.
The ocean is undefeated.
Boy.
I mean, y'all can't even swim, so I don't know why y'all talking about the
My
ocean.
man, you can't be
You-
talking.
all right.
When we was in Puerto Rico, right? You thought you was Mr. Cool.
Yeah, that wave. 'Cause my back was to the water. Rule number 1,
That
don't turn your
almost
back
blew
to the
you
water.
back farther than your hairline.
Oh my gosh, we started. we started with that now.
I got him actually last Christmas. I got him, the hairline
Oh
thing.
my
Oh,
God.
Yeah, the wig. You got me a wig. I appreciate that.
that.
I gotta find it. That's just
Oh
somewhere.
my God.
This might be in the office still. Ross, your hairline worse than mine, so I don't know what you talking about.
It's close.
buddy.
Oh, sperm whale head ass.
It's
boy.
Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go. Usually we have a question that is, if you can go back in time and give your 18-year-old self one piece of advice, what would it be? For you, since you're 16, right? If you can go back to your young self just getting started with soccer, what's something you will whisper into your ear that you know now that you would want to tell yourself?
I would say, like, when times get hard or, you have to face adversity, you have to, like, go right through it. You have to work hard and eventually you'll get out of it and
Mhm.
stay the course. That's what I would probably say.
We got
Good
two
one.
more questions. One question is, if you weren't playing soccer, what would be the sport?
I was waiting for this question
Okay.
because I like believe
Look,
that
You see the hands?
Here we go.
You see the hands?
Here we
the
go.
veto.
Uh-huh.
I believe I could not play at a high level eventually, but in high school definitely play cornerback in football.
Corner, you locking shit up.
Oh, 100%. Because I'll tell you why. In soccer, I'm doing the same thing. I play fullback, right fullback, where I'm guarding the team's winger, which is basically the wide receiver.
Mhm.
You're isolated all the time. It's all in, hips, how you move, footwork, and just being able to track the guy. So I believe, like, firmly, firmly believe I'd be
Yo,
a
it's
good
all
corner.
things, like a lot of the drills that we do, right? We do a lot of isolation, single leg stuff.
Mhm.
A lot of him like flipping his hips, opening his hips, and closing his hips. He might have
might
a
be able
chance.
to.
I don't
What
know
about
if he
the
could track
physical?
the ball. Nah,
No,
he ain't
I'm
making
good.
no tackles. He
I'm
ain't
good on
making
the
no
ball.
tackles.
I'm talking
No,
about
I'm making
ain't making no
tackles.
physically. How are you tackling?
I'm making
He
a
ain't
tackle.
making no
Against a wide
tackles.
receiver, I would be able to make a tackle.
What
A
if-
running back?
what if- What about the
Shake it.
6'2"
No,
guys?
I'm not tackling him.
Okay,
But I'll try to go for his legs.
I mean that's all you could do.
Concuss.
Just
That's
slow
the
him
quickest
down a
way to
little
get
bit.
concussed.
Yeah.
But
Let the team catch up.
you'd be
Let the-
shocked. I could hit.
I think, yeah, he got the athleticism to play
You think
for
you could do it?
Yeah.
All right.
He's
Ross,
not.
if Ross saying
He's not playing receiver though.
okay,
He's got to be doing the hitting.
not
You know,
getting.
yeah, you know,
it's
it's
different. It's a different beast.
It's different. It's different.
Last
I got
question.
faith in you, Drew.
Yeah.
I got
Well,
faith
that's
in
probably the nicest thing I've heard you say to
you.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't usually say nice shit to Drew.
Yeah,
He always talking shit. He got me a wig.
yeah,
I
that's
don't need
pretty
no
crazy.
fucking wig.
That's pretty crazy. Huh? Last
Asshole.
question, Drew. I know it's early in your career. You're 16 years old, but at the end of the day, how do you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered just for exactly who I am. I want people to know that exactly like the things I've been telling you, that I've put effort into this. I've left my last name's family as a legacy. I can tell my kids one day that I made it as a pro athlete, and just share my experiences. And I think once people hear these experiences, that's what they'll remember me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm totally fine with that because that's as real as it gets with me. Just my whole pathway.
They not
Yeah.
fucking around.
I think you got a unique position that a lot of people don't get to do. Like you're mapping out your life right now,
Mhm.
and the choices you make now are gonna affect
This is
you
just
later.
the beginning. Whatever
With
you're
your
doing right now,
career.
you keep doing it and
Yeah.
then some. Because not too many 16-year-olds can have that mindset
Right.
to, be a professional, be 16, have the composure to be around other professionals that are way up there,
Mhm.
and then come home, still be you. And just, it's not easy at 16.
Man, the 16-year-olds we know. Shit.
They still trying to wash their ass correctly. They can't even fucking order fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
Even though you shouldn't be in McDonald's. That's another story.
Mhm.
But
They on the gaming system. They all over the place. They, just the level of maturity as a young kid, I think.
one question I have for you in regards to, you're still young, you're a professional. For the youth athletes now, what would be something that you think they need to work on as a whole, especially in America, to, compete with other countries that, at a young age, they're playing soccer like consistently.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think these young athletes out here in America need to work on?
I think they just need to be athletes, honestly, because over here, we got some athletes. And when you go to other countries, they're not as athletic as some, American kids. And I'll tell you, like, I'm fast. And, like, when you sometimes go to other countries, I'm still the fastest. And it might be even faster than when I was over here.
Really?
So just to be athletes, I think that's where we're catching up. It's just because
They're more
you
skillful.
can't teach speed.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it to some like degree, but if you're fast, you're fast. If you're strong, you're strong. If you're powerful, you're powerful. And I think we just need to, keep teaching these kids,
Skill.
yeah, skill.
Now,
technique.
last thing based off of that, fundamental-wise, what do you think the biggest difference is in different countries versus America?
I'd say just like practicing like technical stuff, skills, because those kids are out. Like you have to give them credit. They're out every day, 24/7, working on their technique, their skills, and just trying to be better in that area. So if we're able to do that, and we are starting to do that more, especially at the top clubs here, I think we'll be able to catch up in those areas as well.
Drew, real quick, do you do things that other 16-year-olds do? The normal 16-year-old?
Yeah, probably video games.
You're a gamer? What do you play?
Fortnite, FIFA.
Honestly, the
Fortnite,
video,
FIFA.
check out the last video I posted, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna see Joe dancing and homeboys doing the Fortnite dance.
I don't know.
I
No,
snuck it
I
in
didn't do a
there.
Fortnite dance. No, I did not do a Fortnite dance.
What is that?
Now you're making me look like
What is that?
He said, now
I
you
was just
making shit
dancing.
up.
Like,
That's how you
I was doing a
dance?
Fortnite dance.
That's how you dance?
No, I was just like, trolling, like joking around.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
doing a Fortnite dance though.
Oh, no, I got last question, I promise.
Okay.
Were you sad not being able to experience high school? Because we did high school. I think we did high school pretty well. It's, it was one of a kind. Had a great time in high school. How did you feel not being able to experience that?
I always felt, especially early on, like, some things I'm missing out on.
Yeah.
And like it's hard to let go of, some friends. I mean, I still talk to them, but you don't see them now like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And that environment of you're going to school, you're talking to your friends, girls, interacting with teachers and learning, like it was good. And then when I started to find success more in soccer and the pathway, I said basically myself, like I was willing to sacrifice that. I kind of weighed out like the positives, the negatives, and at the end of the day, I was willing to sacrifice those things. Become a pro.
You're good with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, at that time, I'd have been like, man. I did make a huge sacrifice though.
You
And it
did.
was like, it was literally in 2-3 days when, like my coach came up to me after my senior season, right? Like we were going on a bunch of visits, Alex and I, Des was still a junior. Alex and I were going on a bunch of visits like prior to our senior year. And like, I just remember the experience, right? Of like being in a D1 locker room, being in a D1 atmosphere. And like, I didn't have that structure as far as like class, like being in a classroom and having to go to school. My dad didn't really push me like that. So, I think you had gotten 1 or 2 offers. And at that time, like we had the same
It's a
schools
wake-up
all
call.
looking at us, right? And Vlad had a bunch of offers. And I was just kind of like, damn, why am I not getting this? So I went up to my head coach and I was like, yo, I want to play too. You know, like I want to further
Mhm.
my, playing time. And he looked at me and he was like, I got you. And within a week, he had Milford Academy lined up for me. And I had to make the decision within 24 to 48 hours. And it was like, he was like, you can't talk to anybody. You got to make this decision on your own. And I had to sit there and make a decision. And I was like, I got to do this. Because it was either I stayed home or I went there and I continued, like my education outside of the state of Connecticut. So like, it's hard, like to do it.
Make choices,
Yeah.
Big choices. But
it comes
You
down to
made any
that sacrifice.
sacrifices?
Did I make any?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot. But me going out to parties and stuff, like I decided at a young age, that party scene wasn't for me. And especially in high school. I mean, we went to a few parties, but I'd rather not go to a party. I'd rather be at home, or like what we did, we would be on the football field. We actually did film work. We missed out on a few parties, which was fine, but we also went to parties.
Yeah.
But not as much as some of our other friends
Mm-hmm.
that didn't excel because they were partying. So I want to say we did some sacrifices there. And we also held each other accountable in the summertime, where we're, instead of going to the beach like some of our other friends, we were on the football field. So there were sacrifices, but at the time, it was us just having fun. We had a passion. Like, you have a passion for this.
Yeah.
So for you, you miss high school, but at the same time, what you're about to
accomplish
and what you're about to take control of later, like you're probably going to be able to buy a mansion in 5 years.
Well,
not even.
Well, not even that. The experiences of traveling
Oh,
to
yeah, the
these
traveling
places
part.
alone.
But let alone, think about 18 years old. When you're 18, you'll literally have enough money to, if you want to pay off something for your parents, you can do that. How many 18-year-olds can say, Mom and Dad, I got dinner. Mom and Dad, let's go to France. You can do that. Not many people can do that at 18. So to do that on your own dime, not your parents' dime, and your time, you put in that effort, and you did that sacrifice that many kids are like, I want to sleep in. I don't want to go to practice on a Saturday morning. You did that. That's a sacrifice. So it plays a huge role in what's to come for you. So you're in a better position than most people. And as a former professional myself, all I can tell you is take care of your finances at a young age, because it's going to help you in the long run. And I'm sure your parents are already telling you that, but
you know, ain't gonna let them slip, boy.
If there's something that I can tell younger athletes that are becoming professionals,
That's
finances.
number one.
First.
Like, look into finance, because as fast as you get it, it can be gone that fast, even faster. So just make sure you
we
take
gotta
care of
tell
that.
the story about how the IRS came for their money, but that's another story.
That's another story. We're not talking about that. They got me.
that boy, Alex, boy.
I was splurging, boy.
They came for that.
But
Drew, let everybody know how they can watch your journey, your Instagram handle, any other platforms you have.
I mean, I'll just say New York City FC on Instagram is the team I play for. Drew Baiera 2 is my Insta. And then, I mean, you can just follow my journey basically on any platform, YouTube, a couple games on Apple TV. We have a partnership with them. But other than that,
lock in.
More to come.
Look
Yeah,
out,
more
look
to
out
come.
for
Definitely.
the kid.
Definitely.
Appreciate you coming in, man.
Nah,
this
thank
was
you,
huge.
guys.
This was huge.
I
know at first you were, at first you was a little in between.
Once I got the time, and then I knew the Cowboys were playing at 4:25.
Yeah. His Cowboys come first. All right.
Unbelievable.
So
I'm gonna spoil the ending. You're not gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to jinx anything.
I'm
feeling it this year. I'm feeling it this year.
Every year they say that.
I didn't even know they were
Every
first
year,
in the division. I didn't know they took over.
First.
Crazy.
That's
yo.
fine. It's early.
I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so I can't say shit. But
with that,
thank you, yo. We appreciate
Drew,
you.
appreciate you, big dog.
Thank you, guys.
Episode 55. We signing out.
Xenhouse, yeah. Xenhouse, yeah.